Hello everyone. Assalamu alaikum. Namaste and Sasriyakar. I hope you all are doing well. Today I am sharing a fantastic news of one of our elite member whose name is Ashish. So basically what Ashish has done, he has accomplished and he has bagged up 6 certifications of Red Hat, which includes some of the advanced one as well. And we will find out exactly which certifications Ashish did. And do you know what, guys? Ashish was able to accomplish all these 6 certification within 10 months. In my life, I have been in IT for many years, but in my life, I have never ever seen someone who has accomplished 6 strong certification in just 10 months. Now, Ashish is working as a freelancer doing Linux administration. He is also working with a multinational company. So currently, Ashish has 2 jobs he's working on, guys. So आज हम मालूम करेंगे कि आशीष ने 10 महीने में रेड हार्ट के 6 सर्टिफिकेशंस कैसे किए, क्या क्या इनको कुर्बानी देनी पड़ी, क्या क्या कंसिस्टेंसी थी, क्या इनका माइंडसेट था, और किस तरीके से he was able to balance his personal life, his professional life, and the way he was investing time into this. तो हम ये सब आज जानेंगे और हम ये भी जानेंगे कि आशीष ने कौन से प्लेटफॉर्म्स यूज करे और करंटली आशीष का क्या प्लान है एंड फ्यूचर प्लान क्या होगा। तो ये सारी चीजें हम जानेंगे, मगर हमेशा की तरह ये सारी चीजें डिस्कस करने से पहले मैं अपना इंट्रोडक्शन करवाना चाहता हूँ। मेरा नाम है अली सुहेल। I work for Tech with Engineer. I also work for a multinational company as an IT engineer. With Tech with Engineers, I provide cloud and DevOps mentorship. So I am also a coach, and you will be able to learn more about me in the other videos. So for this video, I like to keep my introduction short. So now I would like Ashish to introduce himself.
Hi Ali, hi everyone. This is Ashish. I'm from Hyderabad in India. I'm a senior Linux admin. I'm working since 2 years as a Linux admin. Before that, I was a Java developer. I was into programming. So currently, I'm into Linux and I'm passionately working towards learning cloud as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ashish. Gauri, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes. Hello, namaste, sat sri akal, salam. I hope you all are doing well. आप सभी जानते होंगे कि मैं टेक विद इंजीनियर्स में टीम लीड हूँ और लिनक्स इंस्ट्रक्टर भी हूँ और मैं BRHCSA के लिए प्रिपेयर कर रही हूँ। मैं टेक विद इंजीनियर्स की जितनी भी ट्रेनिंग्स हैं और लर्निंग्स हैं उनको बड़ी शिद्दत के साथ फॉलो करती हूँ स्टेप बाय स्टेप, ताकि मैं टेक विद इंजीनियर्स और IT इंडस्ट्री के लिए और ज्यादा वैल्यूएबल बन सकूं। थैंक यू। ओवर टू यू अली।
Thank you so much, Gauri. This session will be so powerful, guys, because you will be able to, get some inspiration on how to act when it comes to self-learning, when it comes to, getting certified, doing some hands-on. So today's session will be very knowledgeable and informative. So guys, take notes because, you are learning from real tech engineers, and Ashish is a real engineer who is working hands-on as well as he's continuing his learning. So let's move on to some questions I have for you, Ashish. So first of all, I'd like to congratulate you. So big congratulations for just passing RHCE. So Ashish, can you tell me what motivated you to pursue and pass 6 Red Hat certifications? Can you share the journey and the challenges that you faced?
Thank you so much, Ali, for congratulating me. First of all, I really love working with Linux. This certification thing was not in my mind. I actually don't know what exactly is RACA. I was going through some of the videos of my mentor, and that is how I got to know about that. So I actually want to do something different and something big in my life. So getting 7 certifications is one of my goal, and I started working towards it. And every day I started, putting little efforts, like 1 hour, 1.5 hour, and slowly I started working hard in weekends, because weekends is the time where we have a lot of time to, you can upgrade yourself. In IT industry, the first and foremost thing is like you have to upgrade your skills. Whenever you are feeling like I am having enough knowledge, that is the day you will be outdated. So every day you have to feel like you are a student. That is how I started making up for these exams, and I started working towards it, Ali.
Amazing. So, with what you just said, you had a mentor as well, and it was your dream, and you are very passionate about Linux, and you want to do something big in life, and you've been doing a lot of research before you even did it, and I can tell that you love IT, and you want to achieve results, and you want to, get feedback as well from, like, for example, from tech with engineers. And by the way, let me tell you guys, Ashish is a elite member of tech with engineers. There are up to 200 students in tech with engineers, but there are only few elite members like Ashish. So Ashish, thank you for that question, and me and Gauri have a lot of questions to ask you. So the way we will do this is I will ask one question and Gauri will ask the second question, and then I will come back to asking a third question. So Gauri, if you like to ask the question, and then I'll ask after that.
Okay. So, Ashish, my first question for you is uh, that how beginners can kickstart their Red Hat certification journey. अगर कोई beginner है तो वो कैसे अपनी रेड हैट सर्टिफिकेशन की जर्नी शुरू कर सकता है?
To begin with, first of all, I will never ask any person to have a certification in their mind. First, focus on the gaining knowledge. Either it could be Linux or any other technology in IT. First and foremost thing is you have to focus on that subject or the technology you are trying to learn. So once you learn the basics, because the foundational knowledge should be great, and everybody should have a good knowledge in their basics. And once you have good enough or decent amount of knowledge in this basic part, then look for the certification, like what certification I have to go through. Because in every sector or every domain, there are a lot of certifications. Even in AWS, you have a lot of certifications. In Red Hat, you have a lot of certifications. So once you fix that you are going to do RACSA, then browse the website of Red Hat and check out what are all the topics there, and start focusing on each and every topic day by day, and put a target like 45 days or 1 month. Based on your time allotment, you can put time target and then start working towards it. And uh, and you have to be very consistent. This is the most important thing everybody has to remember, because if you lose consistency, then you will lose the interest also. So every day you practice at least for 45 minutes or 1 hour, or you can spend more time on the weekend. So, and whenever you get doubts, make sure that you explore yourself. Don't rely on others. Don't feel like I paid some amount to some institute, so they have to come and solve your doubts. Yeah, they can solve your doubts. That's not a big deal. But if you start exploring yourself, you will learn a lot of new things. Trust me, troubleshooting and exploring are the two things which will make you excel in any field. So start Googling, and at last, if you are unable to solve the issue, then go to your instructor and post your screenshot or post your query, and then you get it resolved. So I always even take 1 hour or 2 hours or even at least half a day to solve the problems, because everything is new to us, right? Nobody is an expert in particular field. So I would suggest you to practice these things, and you will definitely get a good result.
थैंक यू आशीष. सो आप लोगों ने सबने सुना, आशीष is a senior Linux engineer who is giving you this advice, and Ashish is not 40 or 50 years old. Ashish, how old are you?
I'm 26 only.
Ashish is only 26 years old, right? And he is able to accomplish 6 certifications with hands on, with demonstration, with articles, and with sharing so much knowledge on his LinkedIn as well in just 10 months. And he did it the right way. Why? Because he was not doing it like everyone else. Ashish had a mentor. Ashish was also using his own initiative. If he was getting stuck in a problem, he was researching the solution for it instead of running to the trainer, running to the place he registered from. तो देखा आप लोगों ने, आशीष किसी का इंतजार नहीं करता था. आशीष अपने सॉल्यूशंस का हल खुद रिसर्च करता था, खुद निकालता था, और जब इसको रिजल्ट मिलता था, then he used to continue doing it that way. So thank you so much for clarifying that. I have another question for you, Ashish. And the question is, can you describe the key benefits and career opportunities that have opened for you after achieving these certifications and mastering this knowledge? Can you tell me the key benefits and career opportunities that has been opened for you so far?
After doing this certification, there are a wide range of opportunities, because no IT company will run without Linux. Because without Linux, there is no server. 90% of Linux, 90% of the servers are Linux based, because that is how the things are working. And even trust me, NASA also uses Linux, and even your Android mobile, they are also using Linux. I have got wide range of opportunities. I got freelancing opportunity just because of clearing this couple of certification. I just mentioned my first two certificates, and then I just got freelancing opportunity. So that's the power of having a certificate. You are validated, and even in the interviews, your CV will be taken first, followed by the ones who have not have any certificate. So RSCSA and followed by RSCE, they have great value in the market, Ali.
Okay, fantastic. And does any company reaches out to you on LinkedIn for any jobs or any offers or any discussion they like to do with you?
As of now, I have not got any opportunity from LinkedIn. I got from other sources. So that's how I got freelancing opportunity.
Okay, fantastic. So guys, uh, listen to what Ashish is advising, take some notes as well, and go back to the video if you need to, pause it, come back to it, because you are getting advice from a realistic engineer, not a YouTuber, not someone who is just doing it because that's his market, but he's doing it because he is an engineer and he is passionate about that. So, Gauri, would you like to ask your question and then I'll ask my question after?
Yes. Okay. So the other question for Ashish is, as we all know that all the Red Hat certifications are completely hands-on. So Ashish, how you manage your time and practice for hands-on? जैसा कि हमें पता है कि रेड हैट के जितने भी सर्टिफिकेशन हैं सारे कंप्लीट हैंड्स ऑन होते हैं. तो आशीष, आपने अपना टाइम और प्रैक्टिस कैसे मैनेज करी?
Uh, Actually, my training started from last December. So from there on, every day I used to have my class on weekends. My trainer used to take like 4 hours class continuously. So right from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. I used to have class. After that, I used to have a break. So like 1 hour or 1.5 hour, I used to take a break. And from 8 p.m. I used to continuously do for 2 hours, like 10 p.m. And then I used to have my dinner, and after dinner also I used to spend some extra time, because in the weekend I get some time. So I used to take notes. And whenever I listen to some lecture, the first and foremost thing I would suggest everyone is to take notes. And taking notes would make you remember things for a longer time. So if you are listening to video, or if you're listening to some class just like that, then that is like, you are putting only 50 or 60% of your effort. But if you take notes, then you are putting like 80% of effort. And the good thing is, like, you can revise, and you don't have to again watch those videos or again watch those lessons. And every day I used to go through the notes before my bedtime, so that I don't lose my touch. And in the early morning also, I used to practice for 1 hour or 1.5 hour. And I used to get ready for my work. This is how I followed for all my exams and preparation.
Great, thank you आशीष. तो ये तो कमाल है यार आशीष। लोग तो डर जाते हैं, पीपल स्टार्ट स्वेटिंग एंड स्टार्ट थिंकिंग ओ माय गॉड ये चीज मैं कैसे करूंगा भाई, बाप रे बाप। इतने सारे टेक्नोलॉजी, इतने सारे हैंड्स ऑन, ऊपर से एग्जाम भी हैंड्स ऑन होगा। So, people start building fear before they even take a step and take a decision to do something and to make a difference in their life. So this is a very remarkable thing which you have achieved, Ashish. And I will expand to the same question which Gauri asked. So which was the first certification which you went through, Ashish?
The first certificate which I was giving is Red Hat Certified Specialist in Services Management and Automation. This is a brand new certificate from Red Hat. Its exam code is EX358. So this is the toughest exam which I have felt of all the exams, and this is the first exam which I have given.
Outstanding. So did you guys hear what Ashish said? People normally go and do the easiest certification, but because Ashish has a passion in IT and he has been involved in some programming languages as well, and he knows IT on a good level. So what he decided to do, he decided to give himself a challenge, and maybe his mentor advised him to go do it this way. But what is inspiring me about this conversation is that Ashish did not go for RHCSA, which normally a normal IT individual would do. But Ashish took a bigger step than that, and he went for the advanced certification, which is a very difficult certification. And would you say, Ashish, it is more difficult than RHCE?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. This is the toughest of all the exams which I have given.
Oh my days. Did you guys hear that? That certification is even more difficult to RSCE, and that was the first one which Ashish accomplished. So that is more than amazing, man. And let me also announce this in public that, Ashish is our elite member, and we only have selected people who become elite members. Okay. The other thing is, Ashish will also be making some advanced topic sessions for RHCSA and some RHCE topics as well. And Ashish will also be participating in the question and answer sessions, which is a doubt clearing session for our students, for our fellow students, for our friends, people who are connected and learning from us. So we will be providing you people like Ashish, Gauri, myself, we have Fazan, we have few other trainers who are working with multinational companies as well. So you will be getting, you know, an advice and tips on point instead of being all over the place. So Ashish, I'm very impressed that, instead of going for the easy one, you did the hard one. And this can already tell me that why the rest of the certifications become easier for you. Because, once you break down the biggest mountain, the rest of the layers become easy for you. So very impressive, Ashish. I'm very proud of what you accomplished. And so this is news I wanted to expose. And Ashish, would you like to know something?
Yeah, yeah, sure, go ahead.
You know, we have decided to sponsor you and give you a free seat for our training in mindset conditioning for IT. And you know that that is our most expensive training that we provide. And we have decided to sponsor you and provide you it for free. So how do you feel about that?
Thank you so much, Ali. I'm feeling so happy, and definitely I would utilize it to the best of my ability. Thank you so much.
No problem, Ashish. You deserve it, man. The way you have done hard work, the universe is connected. And if someone, I'm the kind of person, if someone puts their blood, sweat, and all the efforts to achieve something, that's the kind of people I connect with. That's the kind of people I want to surround myself with. Because my mentor once told me that, Ali, you will become who you surround yourself with. So be very selective of the people you surround yourself with. So that's why I make sure I only surround myself with like-minded people, people who are in IT, and not just IT, but they want to accomplish results bigger than their dreams. So, I'm very happy that Ashish will be going through the mindset conditioning and we will have more sessions together. Gauri, would you like to ask your other question?
Yes. Okay. So my next question is, the time when you were preparing for RHCSA, which topics did you find hard to solve or learn? सो आशीष जब आप आरएचसीएसए के लिए प्रिपेयर कर रहे थे तब ऐसे कौन से टॉपिक्स थे जो आपको काफी हार्ड लगे थे समझने में या सॉल्व करने में?
To be honest, I did not feel any topic as a difficult one. Maybe that's because I'm coming from an advanced exam to the basic ones. But yeah, from my friends or from others whom I have seen or who have given the exam, people felt like containers questions are the toughest ones. Though you get very less number of questions in the exam related to containers. Maybe I think around two questions were there in my exam, to my knowledge. So those two questions will carry a heavy weightage. Though you give other questions perfectly, and if you fail to give container related questions, then you are in a trouble because weightage matters a lot in the Red Hat exams. And even one more thing is Red Hat will not reveal like which question carries how much weightage. So you have to be very smart enough to guess which topics will be important, or you should seek advice from someone who has already given the exam. So I would suggest put more focus on containers, and if you really do well with the container questions, definitely your chances of passing the exam will be very high.
The containers are these Docker containers. Can you explain if a beginner is watching this video, can you tell a bit more about containers? Which containers are these?
These containers are of Podman. These are not Docker containers.
Hmm.
Podman is a proprietary software of Red Hat. Like, Docker is a different tool. Podman is also another tool. So Red Hat from RHEL 9 version recommends using Podman instead of Docker. So both work in a similar fashion, but Podman has different advantages, and it is more preferable nowadays rather than Docker. But industry, some companies uses Docker, some companies use Podman. But if you learn one thing, you can immediately understand the other thing.
Okay, great, thank you. So, guys, in RHCSA, there are some topics which, like Asish mentioned, you need to put some extra concentration in. And Ashish, that was for RHCSA, but can you tell us about RHCE? That which was the challenging topics and areas in RHCE?
In RACE, from Rel 9 version, there is a topic called collections. Collections is the thing which matters a lot, because collections is like, if you know about modules for running the playbooks, those modules come from collections. So if your question of collections gets wrong, then there is a high chance that you will not be able to do the other questions. This has happened to me in the exam itself. While I was doing my fourth question or fifth question related to collections, the question was about to install the collection, and in some different folder, I was doing some mistake and the collection was not getting installed. So I have spent nearly 1.5 hour out of 4 hours of my exam. 1.5 hour is spent on only one question. So I was feeling like, maybe I would not be able to clear the exam. But somehow, having past knowledge of troubleshooting helped me. I was able to fix the issue, and once I have fixed that question and I have got the result in that question, then definitely I am very much confident that I could clear all other questions.
Thank you, Ashish. Literally, I could feel the scenario you was going through during the exam, especially when you said that you troubleshooted that question for an hour and you was thinking, oh my God, it's getting tougher and tougher. But you still did not lose hope. You still did not give up, but instead you reviewed all your questions and you was going back and forth and you was making sure कि कहीं गलती ना हो यो अगर गलती हुई हो तो मैं उसको ट्रबल शूट करूं उसको चेक करूं and which topic was that, by the way, Ashish, again?
It's collections, collections.
Collections. So guys, take note of this. Exam अगर देना है जिंदगी में आगे बढ़ना है तो you need to listen to this video and you need to take notes, so then you when you go back, because you might not have a mentor, you might not have a coach who can guide you through these things. You might be all over the place trying to search from YouTube, trying to search from there. So that's why, let me give you a quote from Rumi. So Rumi once mentioned a quote that it will take you 100 years to travel a journey. It will take you 100 years to travel a 2 days journey without a guide. जो 2 दिन का सफर है उसमें आपको 100 साल लग सकते हैं सफर करने के लिए, बट अगर आपके पास कोई गाइडेंस है, इफ यू नो हाउ टू डू इट इन अ बेटर वे, then you can accomplish that journey in 2 days instead of 100 years. So thank you for that. And by the way, ये जो आशीष the advanced one वाला था, उसमें difficult topics कौन से थे?
Were you talking about the exams, the advanced exams, right?
The first one you did in December last year.
Yeah, that was like servers part. And in that servers part, it is all about servers. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
you have to configure both the server and as well as the client. So you have to take two terminals, like one is with the server and the second SSH terminal with client. So every now and then you have to swap between the tabs. You have to configure this side and you have to check on the other side. So you have to install the software, you have to install the firewall, you have to make sure everything is configured accordingly. So time management was the problem in that exam. Once I have finished my question number, the last question, I was running out of the time. I did not even have time to, you know, revise the questions.
That sounds amazing, Ashish. And that you just saying that is exciting me. I cannot wait to work on a real project with you where we can implement all these things. And you will be a great help for that project. So then we can, put it on our GitHub as well. Thank you for that. Gauri, would you like to ask the next question?
यस सो मैं आगे वाला सवाल पूछूं उससे पहले मैं कुछ कहना चाहती हूँ। आशीष, मैं आपसे काफी ज्यादा इंस्पायर्ड हूँ आपके आपने जो शेयर किया आरएचसी एग्जाम के टाइम पे। एंड सबसे ज्यादा अच्छी बात ये है उसमें कि आप पैनिक नहीं हुए एंड आपने एक इंजीनियर की तरह सोचा एंड आपने कोशिश करी ट्रबल शूट करने की एंड आपने हार नहीं मानी। सो माय नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन फॉर यू इज which is the best place to appear for the exam, from home or from the center? सो एग्जाम अगर हमें देना हो रेड हेड का कोई सा भी, फॉर एग्जाम्पल ले लो RHCS से, वो घर से देना बेहतर है या सेंटर जाके देना बेहतर है?
I would suggest you to go and give the exam at the center. And I have given all my exams at the examination center. Now, why would I ask you to do this? Because there are a lot of factors you can consider. I'll tell few of them. First and foremost thing is everything is already set up at the center. So all you need to do is you go there, you just log in with your ID and password, your Red Hat account ID password, and you start, showing your identity proof to the proctor, and you continue with the exam. But in the house, it's quite different. Your examination setup is to be done by yourself. Your operating system, like if you are using Windows, your exam you will not be giving from the Windows or from your virtual machines or your local setup. Red Hat will give you a complete operating system, and you have to download it in a pen drive, and you have to boot it. So completely Red Hat will give you Fedora operating system. Fedora is like a clone of RHEL. So I would suggest you to give the exam from the examination center, because all this stuff already done by the examination center guy.
Okay, great. And I would advise the same. Make sure to sit the exam in a center, because you can then skip all the security protocols, etc., which you have to implement before doing the test. Because if you do it at home, they will need a 360 view of the room. You will need a pen drive, etc., etc., and then it can become stressful for someone who's never done anything like that before. So the best practice for this will be is to go to a center like Ashish said. You just have to sign in and verify yourself, obviously with your documents, etc. And then they have all the cameras, CCTVs around, so you are always being monitored throughout the exam. So the best practice to do it in the center. By the way, how much does the exam cost if you don't have a voucher, if you don't have any, resources? I know you did, but how much does it actually cost in the market in India?
Uh, in India, it costs 16,500 plus taxes, 18% GST. So it would be around 19,500 or like that. And one more thing I forgot to mention is, like, if you are giving the exam from the house, everything you have to manage, and there are certain rules you have to follow. One more thing is, like, you can't use a wireless mouse or a wireless keyboard or another screen. So everything should be wide stuff, and you have to have an external webcam as well. And Red Hat proctoring is very, very stringent or very strict. they have now suppose we are using an external webcam, so they want to have a view such that you are typing on the keyboard, right? So you have to show that. So your external webcam view should be like you are the only person who is typing and not the other person, because there are chances that people might be, doing different cheating thing. So this will not be happening in Red Hat exams. One webcam will be showing your face, second webcam will be showing your hands which you are typing.
Amazing. So no wonder Red Hat has so much value when someone qualifies and gets certified is due to the simple fact because you cannot cheat in this exam. There is no way that you can cheat and pass a Red Hat certification. I would like to share a personal story with you all before I go to the next question. One of my mentor a few years back, he gave me a challenge. He gave me a challenge saying, Ali, go and find me a person in the market, in the IT industry, who has a RHCE certification and he does not have a job. Then he also said, I know you will be able to find many IT people who have certifications like Microsoft, Azure, GCP, AWS, etc., but some of them might not have a job due to some reasons. But find me one person who has RHCE and does not have a job. I have been searching and looking in my circles in different platforms in different countries, but I have been unsuccessful and I have not been able to find one person who is RHCE and does not have a job. The people who I have spoken to, they have a job and they are even more productive in growing more and doing more in life. So, to me, I mean, this can be a great gate opener for your IT career. Obviously, like I personally, when I started Linux, I used to learn from by doing on Ubuntu, and then I did some Mint, did some Kali Linux, etc. And that's why I'm now moving on to Red Hat. But like you can just learn the basics and fundamentals before moving on to Red Hat, so then it becomes easier for you. Is that you? Did you do something similar like this, Ashish? Did Ubuntu before you went on to Red Hat?
Yes, Ali, I started with Ubuntu quite a long back. So after that, I took a break from Linux, or I've not practiced anything.
Mhm.
So again, I started with Red Hat RHEL 9, and yeah, everything it is like from scratch, because once you take a break or once you have not done few things for a few months also, you will get lost. So again, I started from scratch, and again I started doing everything from basics.
Okay, great stuff. Gauri, do you have a question?
Yes, I have a question.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so my next question for Ashish is that how Red Hat certification potential is different from other certificates like AWS, Azure, or GCP. So रेड हेट सर्टिफिकेशन की पोटेंशियल मार्केट में कैसे डिफरेंट है और सर्टिफिकेट्स के मुकाबले जैसे कि AWS, Azure या GCP?
The two things which stands out is because Red Hat certificates are practical based. Unless and until you know, or until and unless you did practice on your local setup or in the cloud or wherever, or on the operating system, you will not be able to pass the exam. It's not like MCQ based, whereas other exams like AWS, GCP, or Azure, they are MCQ based. And the second thing is the strict monitoring of Red Hat is the thing which stands out from other exams. if you consider other exams, there are a lot of people who cheat in the exams or who do proxy kind of stuff. I'm being very open and honest with you guys. There's nothing we can hide because everything is known to everyone, right? So in other exams, like if you consider AWS or Azure or GCP or any cloud exam or any IT exam, there are lots of dumps or any MCQ dumps. If you pay for that particular institute or somewhere, they will make clear the exam. But for Red Hat, that is not at all possible, and it is impossible, I can say. Only the person who has knowledge, who has practice, can give the exam and clear the exam. So that is the thing which stands out Red Hat from other exams.
Thank you, Ashish. And I'm so glad that, Red Hat has made it so strict, so then people cannot cheat and, say that, oh, I've done this, I've done that. And, just for knowledge purpose as well, some people think that I'm talking about people who do cheat. So people who do think that let me cheat and let me pass the exam and let me, get a IT job. Number one, they find it very difficult to have a job, is because during their interview they're not able to demonstrate, they're not able to, explain the technology, which a genuine certified person will be able to. So you will get caught out by not having a job, by not able to, advance your career. And let's say you've gone to a small company. A small company might accept you, but then again you will get caught out again when they give you a project, when they give you some work, you will not be able to work. So what is the point of cheating? So make sure, guys, do not cheat. There are 100 ways to, organize, schedule your learning, put effort in, because remember one thing: to achieve something you have to lose something. So by that, me saying that, what I mean to say is, you need to sacrifice on your desires. Like if you like hanging out, you like playing, you like doing this and that, the other, think about what will give you results in life. You can either work hard now and then play for the rest of your life, or you can work hard and play at the same time, and then you will keep doing this for the rest of your life. This will be mentioned in depth when we start the conditioning training. And thank you for that answer as well. So I will come to the last question. And the last question is, what advice do you have for someone who is considering a Red Hat certification path? And how can they stay motivated and succeed in their journey?
That's a nice question, Ali. And to get motivated is like you have to feel like what exactly you want in your life. Like you if you relax right now, then definitely you will work hard later. But if you work hard now, then that is the thing, you will get a good job, you will get a good salary. So have a thing in this mind, you should be very clear with yourself, like what exactly you want, whether you want to settle now and then you relax later, or if you want to work hard throughout your life. So this is a very crucial age, I would say, like 20 to 30 is the age which will decide the rest of your life. So make sure you have a clear mind, make sure what exactly you want, which path you want to follow, like whether there are lots of opportunities. No, the people will say like recession is coming and jobs are lost, but everything is temporary. Again there will be high chances every now and then jobs opportunities will be there, and if you are skilled enough, you will get your chance. So make sure you have enough number of skills. Don't get stick with I learned cloud and now this is enough, I learned linux, this is enough, or anything one domain. I would suggest you to explore other domains. Keep skill yourself more and more, and that's how you have better opportunities and better life.
Okay, Ashish. So if someone asks you, a beginner, they want to, learn Linux, and obviously I know you will advise them to start from Ubuntu basics and fundamentals, which is obviously very important. But let's say they have, done the basics and they've done the fundamentals. Which Red Hat certification should they consider doing first?
Definitely, I would suggest to go with RSCSA,
Hmm.
and everybody will start with RSCSA for a reason, because it covers all the basics whichever are required for a Linux administrator, and even the title itself says the same thing, right? RSCSA stands for Red Hat Certified System Administrator.
Hmm.
So, as the title itself says, the basic requirements, whatever are to be done in the job, everything is covered as part of RSCSA. Once you are done with RSCSA, I would suggest immediately to go for RSCE. And
Without
one
wasting
more,
time.
yeah, definitely. And one more thing is, if you don't clear RSCSA, whether you clear RSCE, you will not get your certificate. So it's like a prerequisite. Even Red Hat also wants everyone to clear RSCSA, then only they will issue RSCE certificate. So RSCSA is like a manual process. Everything you have to do manually. But RSC is like an automation. Ansible is like an automation. Suppose if you have hundreds of servers, it's impossible to go and install software every server. So sitting in one server, you can install software, or you can install some files, or you can do lots of stuff using Ansible. So more about that you will learn in RSE course. So start with RSESA and RSE, and if you are interested, you can go for advanced exams.
Amazing. And how much time should someone invest on a daily basis?
Definitely, they should invest some amount of time, like at least 45 minutes, I would suggest, in their few days, in the starting few days. And the number depends upon the person to person, because I would be different, you would be different, or Gauri or some X would be different. So, based on your intelligence and how much time you can allot in a day, so fix your hours, and based on that, and based on that, you can prepare accordingly.
Excellent. So, Ashish just mentioned that in the RHCE, it's mostly automation for Ansible, and that is a very, valuable tool and a skill that enables you to become more valuable in the industry for your career, for your family, for the company you will be working for. So, Ashish, after passing all this and having two jobs, how do you feel? How does your family feels? How does your friends feel about you?
They are very happy about my achievement.
Hmm.
Everybody is waiting for the last exam, which is seventh exam. So everybody was like, I'll just crack that exam within 2 days or like that. Right now, I did not purchase that exam. I just applied for purchasing that exam. So once I get that, I'll be happy that I'll be clearing that exam as well, and my parents and everybody would be happy. My friends and family.
Amazing, Ashish. बहुत बढ़िया. So, which exam are you thinking for the seventh one?
Seventh one, I would go for Red Hat Specialist in Containers.
Wow.
So that exam code is EX188.
Mm-hmm.
So right now containers are in great demand. Containers and Kubernetes both are in great demand.
Yes, they are.
And and one more thing is, like, if you go to DevOps side also, you need knowledge of Linux and scripting.
Mm-hmm.
So every company, they'll ask either for Bash or Python scripting. But if you are good in Linux, and if you are able to learn normal scripting, of Bash. So even if you don't know Python, later on you can learn Python. So
Awesome.
Bash is very important.
Mhm. Thank you, Ashish. And guys, Ashish will be doing some sessions in English for you guys, for the students who will be enrolling. So tell me in the comment box who is excited to learn from Ashish. Tell me in the comment box and give some feedback on how do you feel about what Ashish has accomplished. Because you know, guys, Ashish is on a next level now. He's on bigger and better journeys now. What he did few years back was just baby steps, but now he's crossing big mountains, and you know, Ashish will keep becoming more valuable in the industry. And personally, I want everyone with who signs up with Tech with Engineers to pick this type of skills from each other and collaborate more and learn from each other. Ask the relevant questions. Trust me, there is no stupid question. The more you ask, the more clear it becomes for you. And now we will be wrapping up the session. I am so excited to do some hands-on and real company-based projects with Ashish. Soon I get some projects from a third company. I will bring it to the table and I will get all the elite members together so then we can work on a mega project. We will also have monitoring tools on it and it will be completely built from scratch. So Gauri, before I wrap up the session. Sorry, do you have any question to ask, or are we good to wrap it up?
Okay, I don't want to ask anything, but I want to say something. And that is by listening to Ashish's experience. Now I'm inspired and I feel too much of energy and enthusiasm. And I have completely fallen in love with Linux. Trust me. And now I feel like removing Windows and just to work on Linux. Yeah.
That is a very good idea because you know if you will be working on Linux, so why not have Linux as your platform for home as well for your personal things, and it will be more secure, in fact. So yeah, it's been an amazing session, guys. Ashish, do you have anything to say before we wrap up?
One more thing I want to suggest everyone is like, don't think like I cannot give this exam or I'm not intelligent enough to give this exam. If I can give the exam, definitely you can give this exam as well, and you can clear this exam as well. So write it down, guys, in a big bold font. So I would suggest everyone to work hard, solve your queries from your instructors, and you post your queries. I would suggest, I would also help you guys, and definitely you would clear this exam, RSCSA and RSCE, both exams within a short span. All the best, guys.
Thank you, Ashish. I will be sharing Ashish's LinkedIn in the under this video. I will be sharing Gauri's LinkedIn. I will be sharing my LinkedIn. I will also be sharing our WhatsApp group. So if you like to join the group, you like to have a communication with me, with Ashish, with Gauri, or with our other engineers, you are most welcome to do. We are always looking forward to help as many people become a high paid and a valuable engineer in life, and there is nothing that you cannot achieve. You just have to make the decision and you just have to take the steps, and trust me or not, you don't have to do everything in one go. You have to take baby steps because there is a process which you have to go through in order to learn. And with tech with engineers also have a module explaining on how to learn, how to do labs, how to watch a video, how to read a book, how to communicate, how to work in a project, and this it will be very detailed. So once the website is launched, please do go on the website and check it out. However, I will be making a video and breaking it down for you as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And this video is very valuable, especially for people who are in the IT industry and also people who want to start their journey in the IT industry. So thank you everyone for watching, and big thank you to you, Ashish, for coming and sharing some valuable knowledge and sharing your journey. And thank you for your time as well, Gauri.
Thank you, Ali. Thank you, Ashish.
Thank you, Ali, and thank you, Gauri.
Thank you guys. Let's now do a bigger project and let's do something amazing. Thank you everyone. I'll see you guys in the next video.